class. This is the Pixel Dog project, and I would like to show you how we can go about this. First, make sure that you have an image from the internet of your dog breed you want to work with ready. Then we open the Illustrator software here. We want to create a new file, and the dimensions will be approximately a letter size landscape. So 792 pixels times 612 pixels. Let's also name it and open that. Okay. The next thing we want to make sure on the preferences, Illustrator preferences, that under guides and grid, that this is all set. Grid line every 1 pixel, subdivision 1. Okay, that. Then, of course, on the view, we want to make sure we can see the grid. Very good. Now, I'm ready to actually place the JPEG I have of that dog breed, the German Shepherd. Okay. It's naturally going to be a little bit too large, so I'm going to reduce this as much as possible so I can work with it. It's still a bit too large. Okay, let's see. I want to make sure it's probably not bad. Anyway, I'll check that in a minute. The other thing is we want to work with layers. So the dog is now on layer 1. Okay, so I want to open another layer, and that is for the pixels. I can name it if I want. Okay, and okay, sorry, JPEG. Okay, okay, doc. Now on the second layer, the dog JPEG, I can actually also manipulate the opacity, and that would help me, say, if I want to have that underneath and work on top with the pixels. Okay, so let's check the amount of pixels it has. Sorry. It's not bad, actually. So I can lock that and then switch to layer 1 where I can work with the pixels. Here I would suggest go with the rectangle tool, but make sure it's all in black and that it doesn't have a frame. So you want to undo that, go back to the black. And so sorry. So you're ready to work with the pixels. The other thing you can do is, before you start doing that, you can actually go to Snap Grid. That helps you too. Okay, makes it so much easier. Okay, so that's that. The other thing I want to remind you of, don't get too caught up with trying to perfectly imitate or reproduce the image you have from the internet, that JPEG. You have to probably modify it according to your limitations you have with the pixels, and it'll be fine. So take your time and say, for example, right now the dog is looking at me. It might have been maybe easier if you had a complete side view, if especially if you want to do the black version, which of course is a little bit more challenging than the color version. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you. Enjoy.